I will cross now to our Austria correspondent, Anthony Mills, for more. Anthony, what are the specifics of this law then?
Well, essentially, it turns into reality something that had been announced weeks ago already, and that is that if you are not vaccinated in Austria as of the 1st of February, you risk quite a significant financial penalty. There's going to be a grace period till the beginning of March for people, as it were, to accommodate themselves to this new reality. But as of March or so, there is going to be a situation where you can be fined up to 3,600 euros a year for not being vaccinated. Now, some have said that means that for the people who are fairly well off, that's just a price they're going to pay for not being vaccinated. But for a lot of people, and let's not forget that there are almost 30% of people in Austria who are not fully vaccinated. For a lot of people, that is going to be a major imposition, and it's going to create a situation in which they're under quite significant pressure. There's not going to be dedicated police units going and knocking on people's doors, but at every police check for routine traffic controls, this kind of thing, the police will also be checking the vaccine status. And if you're not vaccinated, the wheels of those financial penalties start rolling, albeit not with the end goal of imprisoning people who are not vaccinated.
And Anthony, this, as we've seen, would be a first in Europe. Given the mass mobilization against this bill, you touched upon it briefly in your first response there, but how are authorities planning to enforce it? Is it even something that's going to be enforceable?
The passage of the bill in the lower house of parliament was preceded by heated debate, led in terms of opposition by the leader of the far-right Freedom Party, Herbert Kickl. He used incendiary language. He talked of impending totalitarianism, of the diminution of democracy, this kind of thing. And of course, that has served and continues to serve to galvanize the street, because when you have almost 30% of the population not vaccinated and a sizable section of support for the far-right Freedom Party, we're seeing regularly tens of thousands of people descending into the streets for demonstrations. We've had warnings on the part of the police and on the part of politicians that Austrian society is increasingly being radicalized. And there's real concern that as this law is passed and comes into effect with these significant financial penalties, that the mood is going to increase in anger in terms of its opposition to this development, and that we could have a situation where it spills over increasingly into violence. So even the police expressing unease in certain quarters about their ability to enforce this without developments in the street, developments on the part of those so ardently opposed to it, spinning out of control.
And I'm sure, Anthony, other countries considering passing similar measures are surely looking at Austria with a bit of trepidation. We'll keep it there for now. Anthony Mill, thank you very much for that update.